Welcome back to the channel, basketball fans. Today, we're diving into the growing world of corporate sponsorships in the WNBA. As the league has reached new heights in popularity, we're seeing a flood of endorsement deals for athletes. But not every player is cashing in. So, who's benefiting and who's being left out? Let's break it down. The WNBA has had a historic year. Viewership is up, attendance is higher than ever, and the league is breaking records across the board. Young stars like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are not only dominating on the court, they're also raking in big endorsement deals from major brands like Nike, Reebok, and Gatorade. In fact, some players even brought their NIL, name, image, and likeness deals from their college days straight into the pros. This surge in sponsorships has been a game changer for players, with some landing deals that were once out of reach. But as with any big shift, there's always a catch. While many players are benefiting, there's a major concern that's come up around who's being left out. Take two-time All-Star Natasha Howard, for example. She recently called out the WNBA's partnership with Kim Kardashian's Skims underwear brand. Skims launched a campaign featuring diverse athletes, but there was a notable absence of masculine-presenting players, leaving some fans and athletes feeling overlooked. Howard herself said it felt like a smack in the face for more masculine-presenting players, and she wasn't alone in this critique. The exclusion of black LGBTQ athletes, she argues, only highlights the challenges these players face in securing brand deals. It's harder for them to get the same attention and recognition as their more traditionally feminine counterparts. So what's the solution? Some players are taking matters into their own hands, like Natasha Howard and fellow athlete Courtney Cloud, who signed partnerships with Waxtra Latina, an LGBTQ brand that caters to gender nonconforming athletes. Waxtra's founder, Alexander Fuente, says the brand is all about challenging the status quo. While major companies may play it safe by sticking to the traditional mold, brands like Waxtra are carving out space for athletes who don't fit the mainstream image. Fuente explained it perfectly. The major brands give deals to people that fit the box. But for us, everybody's in the box. It's a refreshing perspective and one that's gaining traction. But there's a deeper issue at play here: media attention. A study by Risa Isard, assistant professor of sport management, revealed a troubling trend. Black athletes, especially those who don't fit the traditionally feminine mold, receive far less media coverage than their white counterparts. The lack of media attention significantly impacts how athletes are perceived by potential sponsors. For many WNBA players, endorsements are their primary source of income, since their salaries are much lower than those of NBA stars. Without the big paycheck, media coverage becomes critical to securing lucrative deals. And for black LGBTQ athletes, this media gap only amplifies the challenges they face in the sponsorship race. The good news? Things are starting to change. Look at the progress in women's soccer. Brianna Scurry, a trailblazer and one of the first openly gay players in her sport, didn't see the sponsorship deals flood during her playing days despite being a World Cup hero. Now, decades later, Scurry says she's seeing more endorsement opportunities, particularly for players of color. Fast forward to today, and women's soccer has evolved. The U.S. women's national team is filled with stars who now enjoy a significant amount of brand partnerships and media attention. Players like Sophia Smith and Trinity Rodman are reaping the rewards of a changing landscape. And this shift is coming to the WNBA too. While there's still work to be done, the growing recognition of black LGBTQ athletes both in media and brand sponsorships gives hope that things will continue to improve. As Ajanai Keaton, a sport management professor at the University of Massachusetts, puts it, sponsors are way behind the curve when it comes to recognizing the full market potential of black LGBTQ athletes. Yet if you take a look at the comment sections on their social media posts, you'll see the love is there. Fans are loyal, engaged, and excited to support athletes who reflect their own identities. These athletes aren't just role model-style cultural icons, with a dedicated fan base that goes beyond the court. Brands that overlook them are missing out on a huge opportunity, both financially and socially. So, while the WNBA's growing sponsorship deals are a major win for some players, it's clear there's still work to do to ensure everyone, especially those who don't fit the traditional mold, gets their fair share of the spotlight. The question is, will major brands catch up to the evolving landscape of women's sports, or will they continue to leave certain athletes behind? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you surprised by the lack of representation for black LGBTQ athletes in the WNBA's endorsement deals? And what do you think the future holds for women's sports sponsorships? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth analysis of the world of sports. Until next time, and this is Full Court Flash, where we break down the biggest stories in the game.